a reflex action, sir. I hit the brakes so I wouldn't kill that squirrel, and the whole thing's my fault.
Look, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. The fact remains, Lieutenant, that Jill has been kidnapped by Wolf.
At ease, Danko, please. I know your wife's situation, and I know that this department, the FBI, are doing everything in their power to try to locate her.
Lieutenant, they've located Mike's car at the airport.
Where's Jill?
Gone. We're dead, too.
Someone call the airlines and check the outgoing flights?
Chris is doing it.
I want to know how a man with no money and wearing a hospital robe could get on an airplane.
Brody's got a gun. Maybe he stole what he needed.
We'd have had a report on that by now.
I think he's still in town. I think he went back to the airport and traded my car for his.
Where do you think he'd go, Mike?
I don't know where he'd go.
Danko and Dawson, will you take a seat on the bench outside?
What for, Lieutenant?
For as long as I want you to. Wish I were a preacher or a shrink or something I could make Danko feel better. Give me all available information on Wolf Burdett and Virgil Nash.
You got a lead?
No, Officer Webster, I'm looking for one.
I like your hair a lot better. Less like a nurse. What cover your uniform?
Why can't you just leave me here?
You're my ticket out of town, Mrs. Danko. First thing I have to do is get a little traveling money and then kill that cop.
What cop?
The kid. Dawson. I have to, Mrs. Danko. It's a matter of reputation. That little boy made a joke out of Wolf Burdett. You see, a long time ago, I was a kid myself, and I made up a name. Wolf Burdett. I did that. I made that up myself. I also made up my mind that I was going to be number one. Now, that takes a long time, a lot of work. You start out by doing panty-ante jobs for scum, and you do that, and you do that, and you keep doing that until gradually something opens up. You get your first important hit. Perfection, Mrs. Danko. That's what they buy. You give them a perfect job, word gets around. You blow it just once, you're finished.
Sound more like a doctor or a lawyer than...
Paid killer? Don't be afraid to say it. Assassination is a profession. It's not a business. It's a profession. Dawson ended my life. Now I'm going to end his. Let's go.
You wanted to see me, sir?
In comparing these two seemingly unrelated files, Nash's and Burdett's, I see that they have one thing in common, a name, Emil Vaughn. It seems that Burdett carried out a hit for Vaughn about 3 years ago right here in the city.
Who's Emil Vaughn?
Virgil Nash's brother-in-law.
You figure that Vaughn's part of the investment swindle?
Could be, could also be that Vaughn hired Burdett to keep Nash from talking when he got to St. Louis. But figuring and proving are two different things.
What's the FBI say?
The FBI has had, quote, conversations, unquote, with Mr. Vaughn, and that's about the size of it.
You want to bring him in?
We can't do that because we haven't got a charge, but there's nothing to keep us from taking the mountain to Mohammed.
Mohammed's got an address?
The Adler building. It's not much of a lead, but it's something. It's the only thing we have to link Burdett and Vaughn.
Sir.
What kind of a shop are you running here, Eddie? Keeping two of your best men on the bench.
Not now, Lucas, please. I'm assigning you two gentlemen to inside detail. I want you to relieve Franklin and Beardsley in the property room.
Lieutenant.
Danko, I know about your wife. That's why I'm pulling you off the street. You can inventory the place in there. That'll take your mind off all this.
Look, sir.
Overruled.
Hey, wait a minute, Eddie. You can't punish Hap just some dumb animal happened to...
Pop, please, don't.
It's all right, son. Come on, Eddie. The kid made a mistake. He's just starting out.
I'm putting him in there for his own protection. Burdett's hospital roommate claims that Burdett is out to kill your son. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Now, I don't want to have to kill you, Mrs. Danko. I kill only for hire or somebody crosses me. I've got no reason to waste you. Yet. Don't give me one.
I don't understand you. I don't understand you at all. Bringing that girl here is just crazy.
Emil, stop avoiding the subject.
We paid you $50,000.
Told you that money was confiscated at the airport.
You blew your assignment, Burdett. That brother-in-law of mine is singing his head off in St. Louis.
Now you're heading for the high ground.
The higher, the better.
The money, Emil, last call.
It would be a mistake to pick that up, Burdett.
Is that a threat, Emil?
Read it any way you like. The empire may be crumbling, but the foundation's still intact.
Foundations are not forever, Emil.
Mind if I question, Lieutenant?
What's that?
How come you let Lucas Dawson hang around the precinct?
You're right, Webster.
I just can't stand the thought of hurting his feelings.
Attention, Ludlow 2. I have a possible 187 at 1100 Oak Boulevard. Handle code 3.
That's the Adler building. Hit it, Webster.
His name's Emil Vaughn. Gunshot wound, DOA. She found the body.
Did you question her?
Enough to know that Vaughn's last visitors were a male and a female. The female was wearing a man's trench coat over a nurse's uniform.
Well, that would be Jill and Burdett. How long ago was that?
10, 15 minutes.
You might as well have said a lifetime.
Let me know.
No, I got it.
Mike, I'm really sorry about Jill. I'd do anything to help her, honest.
I know you're sorry, Hap. I just need some space, okay?
Property, Dawson.
Hello, kid. It's Wolf Burdett. Switchboard operator tells me you're going inside duty. What's the matter? You scared?
No. What I mean is, how is she?
No, she's fine. Temporarily, she's fine. I don't want her. I want you. So unless you do exactly as I say, she dies. Did you get it?
I got it. All right.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Like a funny shade of green.
Oh, no, that's okay. Look, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, all right? He said, if I don't come up the back way alone, he's gonna kill Mrs. Danko. Pop, what do I do?
Burdett didn't give you much choice.
You're right. I've got to tell Lieutenant Riker.
Riker's not here. And Burdett did say to come alone. Look, if you blow the whistle, there'll be an army of cops surrounding the place. And that means that Mrs. Danko is as good as dead.
Yeah. I can't let Burdett kill her, can I, Pop?
But you did capture him once.